shiny glowing spheres.
So yes, we went up the stairs to go through an elevator that brought us to more stairs.
Of course. It's very pretty though.
Yep.
Oh, we have some giant hands.
Is it a boss fight?
A shrine to Arakia.
It is actually the grave of Rakiel. One of the guys we were meant to hunt down.
Can be activated by striking it.
So yeah, that's another watcher we won't actually be seeing.
Interesting.
Barakiel got eaten and
What thoughts
Arakiel
to his mind?
kinda
As
died.
his soul disintegrated in the descent.
Or rather, he didn't even survive the descent. But he had a nice elephant mask.
Yeah.
Such a shame we'll never see him.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ezekiel's children, hurry now.
This looks really cool.
Yeah. So remember when you asked about the third boar?
Mm-hmm.
Here we
Here
go.
it is. Boola!
So this is Ezekiel's giant pig.
And it charges you right
Whoa.
away.
That's a cheap move, game.
Yep.
That
So-
was one hell of a charge.
Yeah, so it has faster charges, but it needs to be staggered twice before you can actually damage it. Also, if you'll notice, only specific parts of the arena have walls. So if you lead it in a non-wall, it doesn't count.
I see.
But yes, we'll make short work of this pig.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy.
Looks like a Zelda villain.
It really does, doesn't it?
I think it's because of the mask.
Yeah, and the fact it's a pig.
Well, yeah.
Allow me to help.
But yeah, since this is a mini boss, it doesn't have that much variety in attacks. It's just charge like mad.
Yay! I really love the epic music of Overboost.
It's fantastic. I need to check if like the soundtrack of this game has that track separately. And we're almost there.
I really liked the first pig fight where you had to get them to smack into each other. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was a good mechanic. And how they play around with it by deciding not to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Also, I love this pig's electric hairdo.
I know, right? He is a very stylish pig.
And pig slaying.
Bacon.
Corrupt bacon.
Evil bacon.
No, all we need is evil chickens to have evil bacon and eggs.
You paint everything with lies. You deceive our world, but we will not be ruled by you any longer.
There are some things humans should not know about.
What I do like though is when Ishtar is fighting, it's like a kung fu standoff, and when we're fighting, it's
Threaten our world.
like Batman style acrobatics.
Yeah.
God, I hate that laugh. Wow, yeah, Grandma has some smooth moves. Young's just enjoying the shadow theater.
He's like, yeah, chick fight.
Nah, he wouldn't say that.
Put your feet.
Young doesn't seem like the guy that would use that kind of slang. About women. He seems like a very respectful person. Okay, so I think that we don't have any more random encounters until the end of the game.
Okay.
So instead we're gonna have platforming hell until the end of the game.
Yay! I will try and sound incredibly enthusiastic about platforming hell.
No problem, everything's fine.
Yes, platforming hell. Oh, good God.
Yeah. It goes places. I think this was my best estimate of the distance. That was close. So the thing we're breaking these is because Enoch takes a step forward, he can, as you saw earlier, fall down. So it's a bit annoying that they set them right at the edge.
Hey. No. Ishtar had her on the ropes, but you couldn't finish her. Don't worry. Enoch will take care of her. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, so now all of a sudden Ishtar isn't something, huh? So, I remembered what I'm up against after this, so I just went back to get the Gale.
Yay, Gale!
Search the area well.
Okay, so from here on out, we go through a lot of shit.
Oh, holy shit.
Yep. And that's not even the worst part.
I am so glad it's you playing this game and not me.
The depth perception for this section is very deceiving.
This is very disorienting.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell because I usually see the second one as the one right in front of me.
Yeah, I'm just even watching
Like
it,
this.
Yeah, just even watching it back, I'm having that same problem.
Well, it could be worse. The blocks could be falling. And God, just looking at this, it's like, who designed this? Like, what sick mind wanted us to do this?
Yeah, this is the product of a sick and twisted individual.
It's basically payback for forcing us to enjoy the bike section. This is like, nope, we're done having fun. It's platforming now.
It could be worse.
Yeah, we'll get to that. No, don't you worry.
I was gonna say it could be worse. You could be doing an escort through all of this.
I am not even sure how that works.
You have to, like, you've got a button that tells your escort when to jump.
Like, button prompt jumps are absolutely horrible.
Yep.
There's actually a section in God Hand, which is a beat 'em up without jumping as a function, that has you jump over platforms with that kind of button prompt.
Oh, good God. Why is that a thing?
I don't know. I got like. Don't put platforming in your non-platformers. Oh, I might actually be wrong. We might have another fight. Yeah, but it's another fight. We should get this fairly quick. So the guy doesn't just stagger you when he hits the floor, he also does damage to you.
Okay.
And we fall just in time to get our ass kicked. So the correct choice in this fight would have been to take the Veil, kill the Gale, and then take the Gale and then kill the Arch.
Oh, but whoever cared about doing things the correct way.
Yeah, it's not like we're playing for rank or anything. We play games for the story.
We did?
Well, I guess. Technically, we should be playing for rank and score considering the channel name.
I know, right?
Should have been called Story Attack.
Don't give up. Keep moving.
No problem. Everything's fine.
Okay, I just noticed the giant eyes staring at us in the background. You see them?
No.
giant statuized.
Oh, okay. Oh, good God.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. This was entirely optional, so you can actually pass this without getting the blocks down.
Yeah, but that looks too difficult.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Now, despite it looking too difficult, we have to do that in the next section.
Oh, yay!
So this is also, like, optional again, but that's just not worth the hassle. It's basically a choice between dying repeatedly to platforms and killing more cannon fodder.
I see.
Allow me to help.
I do love the little red feathers. It's such a nice effect.
Feathers. The feather effects in this game are really good.
Yeah, they're really well done.
Advanced feather physics. It's like Call of Duty shows off fish intelligence and we show off feather physics. So this was pretty close.
No problem.
Yeah.
That was me almost breaking my controller with mashing.
I see.
I see the guy in the background, like the middle part is the nose and the two blocks are eyes. Or maybe that doesn't.
Yes.
God, I love that final head. It's like so satisfying when you play. Especially because the vibration is synced with it. And I think these are the final two enemies.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's my only real criticism of the game so far is just how long some of the fight sequences actually are.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
And I feel it's like them needing to justify the game's price and length.
And I mean, much as the combat is fantastic and stylish and very well thought out, it's still like there's just some unnecessarily long fights.
Yeah, I would have rather had like less mook fights and maybe a few more mini bosses, and that's that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, now we actually need to do this without help.
But like
The
even like
I hate this
even the giant fire Nephilim, that fight was just too long.
Yeah, it was. Well, that was kind of like the only boring boss fight, I think.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's boring because you have to wait for it to do stuff. Like, you cannot actively try to attack it. You have to actually wait for its sequence to start rather than waiting for its attack recovery. Like, when you're fighting the
Yeah.
Watchers, they're in attack recovery mode. And you're basically waiting for opportunities. With the Nephilim, you're just waiting it to be within range finally.
Yeah.
And for me that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Some people like it. I think like most of the God of War bosses are kind of like that, but whatever.
Hey. Why don't you take a break? Yeah. I can take care of things while
No,
you're away.
that would be a spectacularly bad idea.
I mean, after all, what else am I here for?
So yeah,
Call if you change your mind.
that is kind of a hint of like Lucifer's ambitions, I think.
Yeah, it's like, dude, no.
That would be a horrible idea.
I know.